Kia ora, Tristana Bessler of Govis Committee here. I'm sitting here with Yvonne of Oranga Tamariki, who is one of our speakers for the Govis conference at the end of July. Yvonne, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself for the good of the public sector people.
Kia ora koutou, ko Yvonne Hore toka ingoa. I work here at Oranga Tamariki, leading the data solutions team. So our role here is to build data solutions to support our kaimahi with their planning and managing of their work, and also supporting decision makers at all levels of the organisation, from your frontline social workers all the way through to our CE's leadership table.
Groovy. And Yvonne has a very full dance card, and that is because of the work her and her team have been doing for Whiti, which is what she's going to be talking about at Govis along with one of her peers. The theme is Whiti shedding light on data, especially when it comes to supporting the workers out in the field and what that looks like. So it'd be gorgeous to hear a bit more in your own words.
We want to take you briefly through our experience of establishing this piece of work. With the theme of the conference being that courage to deliver, there's some interesting stories from the beginning of the work, being a bit disruptive, doing things a bit differently to get it off the ground, adopting a product and agile approach in government. And 6 years on, we feel like we've got some really interesting stories and learnings that we can share with you. And you probably have some interesting stories that we would also be interested in hearing about. But what we'd also like to show you is that 6 years on, this work is really successful. Whiti, our reporting, or a suite of reporting tools, has become the mainstay within the organisation. It's used daily by some of our sites, and we would like to share some of the stories and anecdotes about the difference it has made for the organisation. I suppose to reinforce to you all the value of what you're doing in advancing data and technology in government.
Oranga Tamariki has some of the most highly sensitive data in New Zealand. So how have you found within your organization moving at pace, because it was very much a frontline need, but how do you do that thoughtfully and securely? Big loaded question, but do with it what you will.
There's so many facets to that. I think the first thing that we always keep in mind is that the information that we hold about children and their families is a tonga. It's their data, it's their information, it's their journey, and we need to treat that with the utmost respect. Secondly, in all of the work that we did, we also tried to put the child at the centre of the thinking. It's been really important to work alongside our privacy teams, the security teams. So we have built into our system access models to ensure that the right people are looking at the right information. So if you are a frontline social worker, you can see what's happening on your caseload, the Tamariki and whānau that you're working with. But if you're a leader at National Office, you don't need to know that kind of fine detail, but you may be more interested in aggregated performance measures. So we can tailor our information at different levels and tailor the access accordingly.
Governance with a capital G and a lowercase g.
Absolutely.
In practice. That's the name that, if I had a tattoo, it would say, start with governance. It's most conversations, right? AI, but then the next 78 conversations are about the governance to be able to do any of those aspects.
I think for us, with a large operational arm of the organisation that we're serving, an important part of the story is the implementation. So the creation of the tools is part of the journey. And we did something new and different for our people in that space, focusing on lead indicators rather than lag indicators, making it intuitive and user-friendly. But there's also then the implementation, the training support, and it not just being one and done, dropped on people and then we run away. It's that continual reinforcement, particularly with a workforce who are non-technical, who have other focuses in the mahi. So how we've been able to support them, reinforce how they can use our tools, and then also move beyond the surface, move beyond the clicking and dragging and dropping, how they can actually get into the so what. How can they use this information beyond just managing the day-to-day, but create insights that can make a meaningful difference to their work?
Change management. Say it with me. It's a game
Preach.
changer. You know, you really take folks on the journey.
They've been so important in the co-design
Absolutely.
journey right from the beginning. We weren't just repeating or replicating the old suite of reports. This was about creating a new approach that met people's needs, and we've kept that very strong relationship. We're very accessible. We've kind of created a bit of a brand around the comms with a sense of humour that's engaged people. So there are aspects of the work that the developers themselves are involved in. So the whole team are part of change management, and I think that's what really keeps the motivation, the vision, the why for us about why we're here, is that relationship and that connection we have with the users.
Yeah, you can be fun and excellent and do good work, and that's exactly what the team here at Oranga Tamariki has done. If you're interested in hearing more, please register for the conference. Yvonne and co have been sharing their learnings across the terrace and across the country, so it's really important from a not reinventing the wheel, which is really a mission for Govis, for collaboration. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And we'll see you end of July. And do I say that right, or am I forcing the Yvonne?
Oh, you're okay. It's Yvonne, but
Yvonne,
as long as you don't say Yvonne, we're all good.
You're like, why not Vaughn? Yvonne.
Hang on, somebody's knocking on the door. I've got the room booked. Oh, rats! I thought it was free.
That's 2 minutes. Okay.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, we're good.